here's the plot, guys. Just because you in varsity, it does not mean you're no longer in school. No, like varsity is like school. It's grown-up school, but it's still school nonetheless.
She a baddie, she knows she a 10. She a baddie with her baddie friend. They like,
hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've never seen this face before, hi, my name is Prudence. So today's video is meant to help all the first years, or even if you're not a first year, you're a person who's a senior in varsity, but you're still confused. You're still confused somehow what to bring. I don't know how that will be, but you never know. You never know. It's gonna be a list of all the things you need to pack, buy, and bring to your varsity dorm, because I know the stress of having to move in varsity. It's like a lot. Most of us have never really lived like by ourselves, so and moving into varsity does feel like you're kind of like moving into your like mini apartment, and like sometimes our parents are not like as hands-on as we'd want them to be. We're the one who has to take charge, and we're also confused. So yeah, the transition from high school to varsity is honestly like real, and I am here today to kind of like help you maybe take a little bit of load off your shoulders. So I'm here to help you, sis. I'm here to help you, bro. Here is all the varsity essentials that you need to bring with you when moving into your dorm. So I've divided everything into like categories. The first category is gonna be kitchen, it's gonna be academics, it's gonna be bedroom, and then it's gonna be like other, you know, just like kind of like just extra stuff that you just kind of need to bring, you know. So I'm gonna be looking down because like I've wrote the list down. So yeah. So for the kitchen, first of all, you need to bring pots, like, cause what the hell you gonna cook with? So surprisingly, the rest that I actually went to for my first year, they did have like pots. They did offer us like 3 pots, but it was kind of like hectic because there was like 5 of us. I did still bring my own pots, so I would advise wherever you go, just bring your own pots. Even if the pots like are provided, I'm sure they're not gonna provide enough pots unless you're living in like a catered race. Of course, like you don't need to bring pots. I would advise you bring like a pan, a big pan that you're usually gonna use for like to fry your meat and whatever. And then bring like a medium sized like pot to cook your starch, which is gonna be like your rice, your pap, your sam, or whatever. And then bring like a small pot. You know, the small pot is gonna be like for your sides. Maybe you wanna make mashed potato, a tomato gravy, or something like that. I feel like those 3 are gonna be enough. The small pot, you can also use it maybe to cook like your porridge, your oats, or like whatever breakfast thing that you want to cook. But yeah, and then the next thing you need to bring is like plates and bowls. I would not advise bringing one each. Just bring like two plates, 2 bowls, and then the next thing you need to bring is 2 mugs, right? And like 2 glasses. I'm saying 2 just because like I feel like the thing of bringing like one of everything does not make sense. It just never made sense. Like it just never makes sense, because like every time you have to eat, when you have to wash something first, like, or every time after you eat you have to like wash something, and sometimes you really don't have the time to like wash something first, or you're just not in the mood to just like wash something first. So just bring like 2 of everything. I swear you will thank me later. Even if something sometimes like breaks, now you have to like go to the store and buy another one. That's at least when something breaks you have the other one. And then you have to bring like cutlery. Also with cutlery, please don't you dare bring 1 spoon. Don't you dare bring 1 spoon. Now your spoon is missing. Like, what are you gonna eat with? So please just buy like a set of maybe like 4 spoons. That's what I did. I bought like a set of like 4 spoons, 4 forks, and 4 teaspoons, right, for my cutlery. Don't bring one of everything. Things get lost. That's the reality of it. Things get lost, and it does not make sense that every time when you have to eat, just buy 4 or buy 3 or 2 at least, yeah. And then you need to bring like dishing spoons and like cooking spoons. You know, don't forget, like maybe if you cook pap, don't forget the pin, those like type of things. And then you need like a knife, can opener, grater, yeah. Cause like you're gonna buy tins and then you're gonna be like, what must happen now? A lot of people forget like tin openers. a grater if you're a person who grates stuff. Maybe if you grate your tomatoes, your cheese. I bought a grater, but I never used it, surprisingly, because like I never grate anything. And also a knife. If you're fancy like me, also bring like a cutting board and like a peeler. I don't know what it's called, I just call it like a peeler, because it's so much more efficient like using a peeler, like when peeling your veggies. Like for me, like when I use a knife, like I just take more time, and also just like I don't cut as perfectly, so like a peeler is just more convenient for me, and it's not that expensive. I think it's like 12 rand pip, like it's not more than 20 rand, so I don't think it's like that much of a big deal. And also buy like a cutting board, because for me, I'm a person who just like, I hate it when a person just like takes out a plate and then they start like cutting their veggies, or maybe they put it on top of like a countertop and then they cut their veggies. Like, just buy a fucking cutting board and just cut your veggies on top of a cutting board. That is so much more cleaner, it's so much more convenient, you know. So yeah, I bought like a cutting board, but cutting boards are a bit pricey, so I get it if like some people don't see the need of a cutting board, they like prefer using plates, but that's just me. The next thing you need to bring is plastic containers. Maybe you have to bring like a minimum of like 3 or like 2, right? No, a minimum of like 3. One small one, maybe for like your lunchbox when you like go to school, and then maybe you'll have like the other 2 for like your leftovers. Maybe if you cooked rice and then you use like one plastic container for like your rice, and the other one you just use it for like your meat, and then you store your food in the fridge, leftovers. I don't know, containers, it'll just depend on you, like how many containers do you think you need. One thing about me, I brought like a lot of everything to varsity. Literally everything I just brought like extra, and containers, I think I had like 5 or 6, but it was like a lot, and then like one did get lost. So I would just advise, don't bring too much things to varsity. Don't bring too much things, because your things will get lost. That is something I had to learn the hard way. At least if you're gonna bring like a lot of things, try to keep track of all your things, and like don't bore people too much, because they will get lost, and that is not nice. The next thing you need to bring is a dishcloth, a sponge, and maybe like a skitterpot. Yeah, is it a pot scraper? I don't know what it's called, but you need to bring it for like your pots, and just like washing your dishes. And then last thing is appliances. So appliances, if you're gonna live in like a private student accommodation, you usually do get like a microwave and a fridge. The only thing you need to buy is a kettle, right? Please guys, buy kettles, you know, just buy a kettle. There's literally no need for you to like be boiling water on the stove. I think that's unhealthy. I don't know, but I think it's unhealthy. So just buy a kettle, please. And then if you are gonna live on like an on-campus race, most of the time you will need to bring like a bar fridge, or like yeah, you will need to bring like a bar fridge and a microwave. Or sometimes like your race, maybe if you are living in like a private student accommodation, your race, maybe you have like a communal kitchen. It's not like apartment style student accommodation. You kind of will need to bring like a bar fridge and a microwave. But like some of like races like that, even they still do have like a fridge, as long as like they're private student accommodation. They usually just like have a fridge. If you're definitely gonna live on campus race, best believe you're gonna have to buy a bar fridge and a microwave. I don't know if they do have like communal like microwaves and like fridges. I have no idea, but like a fridge is definitely a very tricky thing to like share, just because like people will steal your food. So if you're gonna live in a place where there's like a communal kitchen, just know you'll have to buy a bar fridge. It's just for your sanity, it's just for your peace, and just for your food to not get stolen. Yeah, and then I think that is all for the kitchen. Now we're gonna move on to the bedroom. Okay, in the bedroom category, the first thing you obviously will need to bring is your bedding. You need to bring your comfort, your blanket, your sheets, your pillows. I forgot pillows, guys. Don't forget pillows. Like the first few weeks, I literally had like neck problems in varsity, just because like I did not bring pillows. Also, like, don't forget to bring like a blanket, please. because in winter it does get cold. Just don't bring like a comfort only, do bring like a blanket. If you're a fleece person, just bring a fleece. I don't know, I'm just like a fleece girly. Every time when I chill, I don't know, I always just have like an urge to just like be under a fleece. Like every time when I do Netflix and chill, I just have to have a fleece, you know. And if you're a fleece girly, just bring a fleece so that you don't fill the void, because you will. Okay, the second thing you need to bring for the bedroom is decorations. You don't even need to bring like intense things, you know. Like I know a lot of people are like, why decorations? I just feel like in varsity, the thing is like most people do suffer from like being homesick, and I feel like decorating your varsity dorm with like your own personal things and your own personal touch is one way which you can like make yourself feel at home and just like more comfortable in varsity. So yeah, just buy like a plant nyana, a candle, or even if you don't buy anything, just like bring a picture of your mom or like yourself and just paste it somewhere, or like put it on like a photo frame. Photo frames are 12 rand paper, like, and just put it on your desk or something like that. Add a calendar, add like a pop of color, add like a mat, because it does get cold in winter. Now you're like studying and like your feet are freezing because they're on the floor. Just like something that would just like personalize the room to look like, you know, you like yourself. Like your room is like also one of the places which you are gonna spend like a lot of your time in. So it's really not nice like going to school and it's exam season and then you come back to like a miserable room. So like do make your room like your safe space in varsity, you know. The next thing you need to bring are hangers. Don't forget hangers, love. Don't forget hangers. A lot of people don't buy hangers. Okay, let me not say like a lot of people. Some people don't buy hangers, and I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like even my roommates, she never had hangers and she just would have like a stack of clothes. I have seen other people also like around who do not have hangers, and I'm just like, guys, just for organization and just for like your clothes to not be wrinkled all the time and whatever, just like buy hangers and just bring them to varsity. Hang all your jackets, your jeans and whatever. The next thing is a laundry basket. Also, and this is another one which like people don't want to buy. Like people can be so ghetto sometimes. I'm so sorry to say, but like people will use like plastic like trash bags. They will use like trash bags. They will use like big bags. They will use like suitcases every time it's laundry day, and I'm just like, why the trouble, guys? Why the trouble? Just buy like a basket. Honestly, when you buy things for varsity, right, when you go varsity shopping, like where you live, like in your hometown, it's usually just like cheaper than being like, oh, I'm gonna buy everything in the city. Most places where like universities are, they're very, very like expensive. So just buy things at home. Like I'm sure you can get like a basket under 100 rand at those like Makula shops or like Chinese shops, like under 100 rand. A laundry basket is a laundry basket, honestly. I don't think you need to buy one from Woolworths that is like 300. Another thing you need to bring is a study lamp, especially when you're gonna have like a roommate. Like my roommates and I we had so many fights about like lights at nights, just because like I'm a person who usually sleeps early. She's a person who usually studies late, and she never wanted to use her study lamp for some reason and turn off the lights, and I want to sleep, and there's always just like a clash. Just buy like a study lamp if you want to study deep in the nights. Use your study lamp, and that's just it. The next category is gonna be academics. Don't lose the plot, guys. Just because you're in varsity, it does not mean you're no longer in school. No, like varsity is like school. It's grown-up school, but it's still school nonetheless. So the very first thing that you're gonna need for your academics in varsity is a laptop. Okay, not necessarily like a laptop. You're gonna need either a laptop or a tablet or iPad, right? Because most of the things are primarily done through technology in varsity. Most of the learning, like your lecturers communicate with you through technology. Your lecture notes, you get them through the school websites and stuff like that. You'll need technology for that. You type everything in like Word documents and everything that you have to send to your lecturers. You submit online. Like everything is primarily done through technology. So which one do I recommend between like a laptop and an iPad? I feel like if you can afford like a good laptop, then definitely go for like a laptop. It's better. But if you cannot afford like an expensive laptop, because expensive laptops, they're the ones which are like usually like good. If you cannot afford like a good like expensive laptop, just opt for a tablet instead. I don't know, like this year I'm also gonna try buy like an iPad, just because like for me the laptop thingy just did not work. I'm gonna see how that goes, but a lot of people just advise that if maybe you're not in like a course or faculty where you kind of need like a laptop, because there are people who are doing computer science and other modules which do kind of like need a laptop. If you're not doing those courses, you sometimes don't need a laptop. I'm doing education. The most things that I do with a laptop is just like type out things, and a lot of people just say like, oh, you really don't need like a laptop, just buy like an iPad instead, it's more convenient. So that is what I'm gonna try. Yeah, so but either buy a laptop, an iPad, or a tablet, right? It's your research to do which one will be best for you. And if you cannot afford either, like you cannot afford like a laptop or whatever, it's literally still not the end of the world. You don't have to cry yourself to sleep every night. Usually if you live in like a good student accommodation, there's probably gonna be like a computer room. The student accommodation which I lived in first year, they did have like computer rooms, which was open 24/7, so that is convenient. On campus there's literally like computer rooms. They're usually not open 24/7, but they do close late. Library, there are computers. You can just buy like a USB. A USB is only like 200 rand or less at PIP. You can just buy like a USB, and then you just go to the library, go to the computer room, put in your USB, you type your things you type, and then you save them to a USB, and then you leave. Tomorrow you come back, and then you put your USB, continue typing everything, you submit to lecturers. You know, you're like other kids, you submitted, you're done with your work. You will have to be more disciplined though. I feel like buying your own like laptop, it does come with like convenience of doing your schoolwork whenever you want, wherever you want, but you can still do it without like a laptop. You can still survive, like even an entire year you can still survive in varsity without having to even buy like a laptop. Okay, so you kind of will need to buy like some stationery. For the stationery, you can even buy like one exam pad. It's honestly not that deep, really not that deep, you know, just like, because I feel like you just need to have like at least like one book in varsity. You don't need like many books just because like nobody's checking the fucking books. Like you can have like one book where you just like notes down, because like sometimes lecturers say things verbally that you kind of have to remember, which they did not include in their slides or lecture notes. So you kind of will need to remember those things. So sometimes in class maybe you'll need to like jot down some things, or if you like making your own personal notes like me, I'm a person who studies based with my own personal notes. And obviously the other things that you're gonna need is probably like pens. You have modules that have maths or like accounting or whatever, you'll need a calculator, you'll need highlighters if you're a person who likes highlighting textbooks and whatever. You'll need pencils, sharpeners, whatever actually that you feel like you need as a person. There isn't like a basic stationery list in varsity, just the things that just like work for you. Another thing that I would advise that you get is a calendar. Okay, a calendar you don't really need to buy. Sometimes during orientation they do give out like calendars and whatever, but it's good to always just have like a calendar in varsity where you can like write down important test dates and just paste on your wall. Yeah, like it definitely is something that will keep you on track. You know, those like planners, yes, that's the word that I'm looking for, those calendar planners or whatever. Yeah, you kind of need those. Another thing you'll need is a school bag. Okay, you don't really need to carry like a traditional school bags. Most people in varsity carry like tote bags, right? They carry like tote bags, you know. Some people who have money, they even are able to afford buying, you know, expensive tote bags like Ted Baker and whatever. But yeah, most people just carry like tote bags. A tote bag is like 600 Mr. Price. But like some people prefer carrying like traditional like school bags just because like it's more comfortable for them, or like more convenient for them maybe. Now we get to like the extra things that you kind of like need to bring, which are not in the other categories, but you kind of do need to also bring these things. The first thing is gonna be an extension cord. So sometimes like in other like dorms or races, they will have like one plug. They will have like one plug for everything. You kind of will need like an extension cord to like plug from your bed to like your desk so that you can plug your laptop. Sometimes you need to plug something different, I don't know, but like an extension cord is like it's kind of like necessary sometimes. I did bring like an extension cord, but I unfortunately did not use it the entire year. Like it's even still like in its original plastic just because I've never opened it. The student accommodation which I lived in, they literally had like plugs everywhere. Another thing you're gonna buy is an iron. Obviously, duh, like you go to school in Ushabene, duh. Yeah, you will need to buy like an iron. Yeah, an ironing board I don't think is necessary, honestly. You can just like put your clothes on your bed and then you just like iron them on your bed. The student accommodation which I lived in, they had like a laundry room, right? And then in the laundry room they had like ironing boards. An ironing board, I don't think it's a big of a deal, but if you like being extra, then definitely buy it. You do you, girl. And then another thing you're gonna need is a heater or a fan. So I don't know, like some people say that there's a thing called like a heater fan where it can be warm and it can be cold. Not every place accepts heaters. Some places, if you're gonna bring like a heater, you will need to pay like a certain amount of money to have like your heater there. Some places they don't accept heaters at all, so yeah. What I would say about like heaters, if you want to like substitute like a heater, I would advise that you buy like an electric blanket. It's 300 at ShopRite. It's a bit more pricey at Clicks. And whether you bring like a heater or a fan to like your student accommodation, it honestly will depend on whether the place you live in is like a hot or cold place. I lived in a very hot place. Some people live in very cold places. Some people it's both, so you can buy the heater fan. I've never seen it for myself, but yeah. Another thing you'll need to bring is a mop, a broom, and a dustpan. And to clean, even when you're like shopping your groceries, don't forget to buy like cleaning products. And then maybe sometimes in some occasions you will need like a trash bin or like a trash can. Most cases you really don't need like a trash can because like it's usually like provided. Usually on campus race they don't get like trash cans, I think. So yeah, I think you might need to buy it on your own. Also, another thing a lot of people always forget is like plastic bags. You know, the black plastic bags for like trash cans. Please don't forget them. Please don't forget them. We used to struggle so much with like the black plastic bags last year. But yeah, if you have like a small bin, it's fine. Small bins can like take the small shopping bags, you know, from ShopRite and whatever. You can just use those. Another thing you need to bring is a lock, you know, for your door. Yeah, like if your door does not lock, sometimes it does take like locks, you know. You don't want your things to go missing and stuff, because abantu baserest bayatshontsha, guys. Abantu out there, like, people don't have manners, so you need to protect yourself. Another thing you'll need is a toiletry bag or a shower basket. Some people have like communal bathrooms and whatever, and you kind of have to like travel to the bathroom and like back to your room and whatever, and it's always easier to just like carry like a toiletry basket or like a toiletry bag to the bathroom and just come back with it, because like a lot of us use like a lot of products in the shower, and yeah, it's just more convenient to just like carry them through like in like a toiletry bag or like a toiletry basket. For the shower, you also need to bring like shower shoes. You need to bring like flip-flops to go to the shower with, just because like some people are athletes out there and they usually are the ones who bring like fungus and all these bacteria to the showers that you all share. So when you are figure with like your bare feet and you step on those fungus, and then you're gonna get like foot fungi and like those weird shits on your feet. So if you're using a communal shower, it's best to just like buy flip-flops and just shower with flip-flops. I know it's probably weird when I say it. I also found it weird when people were saying like shower shoes. I was like, what the fuck, how do you bath with shoes? But yeah, it does get normal when you get there, because everybody does it for their own safety. Also, when you buy like your cleaning essentials, I would advise you to buy Doom. Please buy Doom, because most of these places, they have roaches, guys. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. They have roaches. Even when like a place they say that, oh, like we do fumigate and whatever, just bring like your Doom, you know. And especially guys with like roaches, nah, even if maybe they fumigate the place or whatever, for real, roaches survive, guys. Roaches are survivors. There's always just that one roach that will just like always survive. So just like bring like your Doom and whatever. You're probably not gonna like win the battle against the roaches. At the end of the day, they're just always gonna be there, but like just always be armed. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. I would say 9 out of 10 places have roaches, honestly. The last thing is a load shedding light. So some places, so if you don't live in like an on-campus races usually have generators. If you don't live in an on-campus race, sometimes wherever you live might experience load shedding, and maybe they don't have backup generators. Maybe if on their websites they haven't written that, oh, we have like backup generators, because if they do have backup generators, there's no way that they would like flash it in your face. So if they haven't written in their website that they have backup generators, they probably don't, and you will need to buy a load shedding light. So don't forget it, because you don't want to sit in the dark, love. And you will also need to buy like a power bank, because you don't want like a low battery phone when there's like load shedding and stuff. Anyways guys, I think that is all. I think I did mention like pretty much everything that you're gonna need. If I forgot something, please do comment down below to advise the children, and let's educate each other. So these are some of the things that I forgot to mention in the video. You can pause to read everything. And for all my it girls, you know, those who want to look like campus baddies, I've got you. If you want to buy a university wig, head on to Nadula hair. I'm gonna leave the link in the description and in the comment section. If you want to get like a good affordable wig, you can get it from this company. It is very well known, so probably no scams, and you can get the thing that you want. So don't forget, I will leave the link in the description and the comment section, and you can slay on campus, honey. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're excited for varsity. Yeah, because varsity is actually nice. Like the experience is actually very, very nice. I just know that if you're a fresh year, you're just gonna enjoy it. You're most probably gonna enjoy it. I mean, varsity does have like its hell, but it has also like its very nice times. If you enjoyed the video and you think it was helpful, please click the like button. And if you want more university content, student life content, please click on the subscribe button to see more of the girl, your big sis, who will guide you in your varsity journey. And yeah, I love you so much for watching today's video. I love you so much. And if you're going off to varsity this year and it's your first year, I wish you all the luck. I will see you on the next one. Bye.
Like damn, she in her mood. Like damn, she in her mood. Like damn, she in her mood.